Code.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, my name is Chris.
And she's beautiful.
Aren't I?
Yeah.
And this is beautiful Angie, and we're going to talk about lessons learned. And Angie has a spectacular way of approaching your work environment
Yeah.
or
It's
any
fun.
environment. But this particular way we're going to talk about is at work. So
Yeah.
tell me, when you started at the Chamber of Commerce,
Right.
did you hire your friend? How did that go?
So, actually, when I first started at the Chamber of Commerce, I was in the assistant role.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I became the director, I needed to hire somebody in the assistant role.
I see.
So I hired somebody that I already had a history of working with through volunteering. Her name is Karen.
Okay.
And I love working with Karen, and obviously, but we worked for many years, and we developed over the years a great culture in our office, and that was really a culture of appreciation.
That's so cool.
And it was very cool, and the way that we did that was that every day we actively found things to appreciate about each other. And it's a great way to lift somebody up, and it's a great way to build trust between people
So give me an example.
of
Appreciating
appreciating
what you
care.
guys would do.
So it's actually kind of funny because when we first started working with each other, I would ask Karen to do something, and when she finished it, I'd say, "Oh, thank you. This is great." And she was after a couple of weeks, she said, "You don't have to thank me all the time." And I said, "Well, yeah, I kind of do." And she goes, "I have never had that in a work
Wow.
setting." In fact, she had worked with somebody who was kind of abusive toward her.
Right. We've all heard that.
Yeah. And so we decided that we would actively find ways to lift each other up.
Right.
And she would do the same for me. And so I tease my husband sometimes that he really needs to take lessons from Karen about how to show him. I'm only half kidding. Greg appreciates me, and I know that.
He appreciates me too.
He really appreciates you.
Mm-hmm.
And he appreciates Karen.
Oh, that's all I care about.
There you go.
And I want to be with Karen.
You can be friends with Karen. She always has room for more friends.
So good. So what I wanted to ask, you already had a relationship with her. So that kind of helped make it easier. So
Sure.
you knew she'd be a good worker.
But because that became our office culture, any of the committee people that came in to work with us, people really did like working with us because we did the same for anybody who came into
that's okay.
the work situations. You found something sincere to appreciate people for.
That's
and
so cool.
It's an easy habit that multiplies upon itself.
Hmm.
And it's also great when you have to do a course correction. Because
when you say course correction, what do you mean?
So let's say we had a project or an event and there were ways that we could improve it.
Okay.
Or a process that we put in place that could be improved. It's a lot easier to go to somebody and say, we really need to change this. Here's where I think we can improve, rather than you did this wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can say, build on the experience you already have and somebody's strengths, and saying, what if you approached it from the aspect that you're really good at compiling all the data, or you're really great dealing with people who come into an event.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked at it with a different mindset. Rather than finding fault with each other, we'd find a way to use each other's strengths to make things better. And it really is a wonderful way to build a work culture. It's great. I loved it.
That's so neat.
Yeah. And besides, Karen was an amazing person. So she still is an
Still
amazing
is.
person. We just are not working together
Yeah.
right now. So
I want to work with Karen. That's all there is to it.
you could just call her up.
Okay. Well, thank you, Angie. That was lovely.
Oh, you're welcome. Lessons learned.
Turn this off.
All right then.
Turn this friggin' thing off.
Well, I did want to say that I appreciate you too.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah.
Sort of. No, I do. No more.
You sure?
Yes.
All right.